hybrid and remote working is not working for so many companies and for so many people and for so many leaders. Why? I'm hearing so many people being asked back to the office, and there's so much conflict and tension around it. So what's happening? Here's one thing. Hybrid work and remote work will not work until we intentionally design culture and ways of working around hybrid and remote working. Because for years and years, we have designed our work around the four walls of the office. Culture and ways of working have organically developed and grown. We're used to being able to tip people on the shoulder and be able to have conversations, be able to have water cooler moments, and we're not intentionally designing ways to replace them. So if we look at like, what is it in the hybrid environment, like how we work together, how we communicate, how we build relationships, how we network, how we learn, much of that is being forgotten or being assumed that it'll all just work the way it always did. And until we go and intentionally design our hybrid and remote working, it will not work. So the tweak for the week this week is to look at, what is it you are missing? What is it your company are missing? What is it your team is missing out on? Now, there's going to be trade-offs. Some things you can't replace, but some things you can. And it is going and intentionally designing for that, because we know that hybrid and remote environments are more inclusive. They can be more productive. They can give people a better quality of life. They can reduce work-life stress. Also, I have run a recruitment process very recently, and almost all candidates who applied for the position talked about how refreshing it was, how attractive it was that we were hiring for a fully flexible remote / hybrid job. You will hire better talent. You will get better engagement. You will lower workplace stress, which means you will lower staff turnaround. You will improve the amount of sick days that are being taken. There's so many reasons why we need to intentionally design this. And it is not something you can be putting off, because other companies are getting on top of this. They're perfecting it. They're mastering it. And they're creating a great environment for employees to work remotely, hybrid, and in the office. So this week's tweak is about identifying what it is you need to do to fill the gap between how you worked in the office 5 days a week and how you can create an environment where we can thrive and we can be at our very, very best in a hybrid and remote environment. So whether that's how you meet up, where you meet up, what's the purpose of when you meet. I've seen some companies do very specific get-together days, anchor days, if you like. Let's say in a month, there's 1 or 2 days that all of the company or all of the team get together, and they come in, they hardly get any work done in those days, because you know that's what happens now when we go into the office. We are all seeing it now. The productivity goes way down, but they're getting all this like connection and network in these specific days. People can come into the office other days, but these are the days that everybody comes together. They're designing intentional gatherings of teams, cross-functional teams, where people get to work on, well, how are we making decisions? Well, how are we networking? How are we learning? How's that all going for us? They're looking intentionally at that. Lots of other things, but what is it about yours? What is it about your business? What is it that you're missing? And how can you leverage this great opportunity that so many companies are being given right now, and they're not taking the opportunity to take? Very best of luck with the tweak this week. And of course, if you want any help with this, we have our hybrid workbook, which is a super resource. There's over 20 different tools and resources just to get you thinking about this differently, on how to research, and how to audit, and how to understand the employees, and how to actually implement a structure around hybrid as well. So have a think about that, and let's make work better together.